Good morning, everyone. My name is Dudezord, and I do awesome game dev projects here on Twitch. Today is Thursday, which means the week is almost finishing. Hell yeah. This week is passing by really quickly, I would say. I don't know if you guys have noticed. But yeah, it's been a pretty chill week. We've been having lots of fun with our little projects, and today we'll continue. Today we'll be working on the Unity game project, the game called Dwarven Checkers, which is the digital board game variant that I'm building with a friend. He created the idea for the board game. There's a physical copy of this somewhere in the world that he created, and then he asked me if I could help him build a digital version of it, essentially, so we can play across the internet as friends. One issue though, I don't know how to add multiplayer to a game. So we'll learn that today. But first, let me give a big shout out to TS Joss for being first. Here's your confetti. How you feeling, bro? Are you cured from your pneumonia stuff? Are we good? Are you ready for the summer eclipse here? I don't want you to come here and die, you know? That will be kind of sad. But yeah, essentially... Yeah, I'm asking if you are cured. No, you. You are gonna die. I'm asking if you are cured from your pneumonia. Because I don't want you to come here and die, you know? Yes? Good. Okay. So you will be alive then. GG. Yeah, so the big issue of today is I've never added anything multiplayer to Unity. And to nothing really, I think. So I don't really know how to do this. What else is there to do in Portugal? You can eat. There's plenty of food. Pretty nice food. There's plenty of like castles that you can visit as well. National parks. You have like waterfalls. Yeah. You have what's it called? I don't know the name. Hold on. No, bro. Thermal baths as well. Yeah, plenty of stuff that you can do. You have golf. You enjoy golf. We also have like plenty of karting, like go-karts, you know. We have like 10 across the country, which is pretty cool. You could make like a championship. We drive across the 10. Yeah. And we also have ladies with mustaches, so if you are into that, that's kind of cool as well. Yeah. And if you have a mustache too, then it kind of behaves as Velcro, you know, like when you like smoosh, then it, which is pretty cool. It's a nice experience to have at least once. Yeah. Okay, just you've made. Are they ladyboys or why do they have mustaches? Well, it's not like full-blown mustaches as me, but they have like tiny bit of facial hair. Mostly the older ladies, you know. No. Well, maybe some of them. The ultra hardcore feminists probably do, but that's kind of a worldwide phenomenon now. But no, yeah, we have what was she called? Here on the city that I'm currently living, there was a lady back in the day which had like a beard as well. She was very famous for that. But she was a woman. Um, I don't call her name. Yeah, Marika Shusha. Look at these, like beautiful mustache as well. She was a lady. She had like a restaurant and stuff. Well, that looks like you, yeah. Unfortunately, she already died. So, rip. Okay, DS Trust, you have experience building Unity games. How do I add multiplayer to this? Are you a lady? Yeah. What's that phrase? Like a woman something lady in bed? Yeah, I'm a lady in bed. No, yeah. Go to the asset store, search for multiplayer, click install. Okay. Can I Google it first? Yeah, usually I sleep at the bottom of the bed. True. True. Use Unity to create a multiplayer game that hosts player locally or over a network. If you are just getting started with multiplayers, the recommended entry point is the multiplayer center, which recommends Unity packages and services. It also has samples. Okay, good job. We found the documentation. Okay. TS Trust, you could probably add multiplayer to your game as well, you know? Where people could, like a 1v1, you know? And each asteroid that you destroy, you'd send it to the other person. You know? Then I'd have to do anti-cheat and stuff. Nah. It's fine. You could probably only add it to Steam friends, you know? Not actually a matchmaking. Yeah. And maybe you could do it with if one has the game, you offer like a game pass so they can play versus another friend for free, like a friend can install for free. That would be pretty nice, you know? Game pass, yeah. Well, I don't know what the game is called, but it's like the what's the game? I don't remember it. Like a split fiction. Well, I don't know if it's a thing here. Yeah, like there's two games, Split Fiction and Split Fiction Friends Pass. And only one of the two players need the game. But yeah, I would say that the Friends Pass is like a separate game that you can install in totality, but that is just has like some if deaths where you can only join games and not create them. You know? Yeah. And the It Takes Two is the same thing. Operation Tango, the same. Yeah, if you look for friend pass, like there's a ton of games that do it. I don't know why this doesn't like filter by friends pass first, you know. But it's whatever. Is whatever. Single player? Nah, bro. Number of players, multiplayer, co-op. Yeah, like, but it takes two friends pass is like the same thing. Like you can install the game on its entirety, but you can only join. You cannot create. I mean, I can install this one and then we'll see. But the hell, it takes two. Oof, 48 gigabytes. It's a separate game binary. Um, well, I don't know. It's probably not a separate game binary, or better. Probably all the assets are the same, and then the executable to launch the game is like very small. And basically the executable, which is probably coming from a different crate. I don't know what's it called. So probably you have like I think it's a depot. I think you have like a depot probably for all of the assets, and then you have two different depots for the executable. When executable will be the host and the other executable will be the client. But yeah, but the major part of the assets is gonna be the same download. It's a different Steam app entirely. Probably. I mean, it's kind of weird, because I downloaded the Game Pass, but here it says that some people here have this game. So it should be possible to create like a friends pass directly, I would say. Because, I mean, it appears here on both of them. So it's like a variant of the same game, somehow. How does it look in Split Fiction? Okay, so there's a game obviously called Split Fiction Friends Pass. Okay, but if I go to Split Fiction, they also have both, you see? So there's obviously some way of like, you probably need to create a different game, but then at the same time you can like merge both of them. Yeah. I actually don't know. Let's search. Steam Friends Pass game. Implement. DLC check is performed for host only. Oh. So it's almost as if it were like a DLC I don't know. I don't know. I would have to investigate, but I think that would be pretty cool. Would be nice for streamers, so the audience can join for free and type stuff, but not sure how to handle cheaters. Could just people could just hack and type super quickly. DLC requires the base game, so Friend Pass is entirely separate app. Yeah, but maybe the Friend Pass is the original app, and then essentially you get the game for free, which is the Friend Pass, and then you purchase the DLC for like $50, which is like the actual game. So the DLC couldn't work as an unlock key, essentially. So if you own the DLC, you can host games. If you don't own the DLC, you can just join. And that way you can probably get away with doing it without spending twice the money. Because if they are two different games, then you need to pay 100 euros twice. Free to play with microtransactions. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you have access to the Steam documentation. Just go there and search for Friends Pass, because pretty sure there's something there regarding that. Because if so many games are making that, there's nothing there. Oof. Okay. It's time to grab ChatGPT. Hello. I always start my ChatGPT sessions with hello, and I always end with thanks. I want to build a multiplayer game and sell it on Steam. I've noticed that It Takes Two, and Split Fiction and others have Friends Pass. So friends can join hosted sessions for free. I'm not sure how to implement this myself. Please help. Do a search and grab documentation from Steam itself. That will help do this. Thanks. Go. I just arrived and the first thing I see is dudes are using an LLM. Yes. Elgardia, good morning. Hello. We are trying to figure out how to implement Friends Pass on Steam. There's nothing there, it's just different apps. One is paid, one is free, and they can play each other. Simple as that. I don't know if that's true. It can't be as easy as that, because if you have two different client IDs, you won't be able to create lobbies for different IDs, you know, like the app ID needs to match. At least that's how Steam networking goes, I believe. So at some point they need to I mean, they have this, like if it is a totally different app, then it wouldn't be listed on the same page as Split Fiction, you know. There might be a way to make app IDs have access to each other so that matchmaking works. Okay. Maybe. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I would say that Steam should have this stuff. Remote play. What the fuck is this guy saying? I don't want remote play together. I want the friends pass. Only the host name needs to own and install the game. So maybe it's remote play together. No, but this is just local multiplayer games with friends over the internet. No, but this is via stream. This is not what we want. Bro, I literally asked this fucking AI for friends pass. Literally friends pass. What does it do first? Option 1, not friends pass. Option 2, actual real friends pass. Like, fuck you, bro. Like, you should have given me only this. I didn't ask for anything else. So freaking stupid. I remember seeing a box where you can enter app IDs to connect them. Yeah. You can see this on CDB. Okay, so they are different. Well, you can actually see the crates here. The depots. So the base depot is like the same. Then you have like the translation stuff. Okay, hold on. How do I see the depots for this guy? One 4 2 6 2 1 1. Okay, so they have this one is the entire, it's just the game, you know. It only has one depot, but it's depot 1426211. Then the friends pass has that depot as well, and then it has it takes two demo content, which is like another depot that probably identifies this thing as only the friends pass or something. Because this it says that they are unused. So, yeah. Friends pass is usually a separate app ID. A real friends pass system works. Well, I don't want you to teach me how it works. I want you to teach me how Steam implements it. Custom networking, because Steam lobbies don't work with different app IDs. I mean, I don't know what freaking LLM version I'm using, but this one is freaking stupid, bro. My recommendation for your first multiplayer Steam game. How do you know that this is my first multiplayer Steam game? Like, stop pulling stuff out of your ass. I just asked you how to implement Friends Pass. Like, fuck you, bro. Okay, I'm tired of this. It's the freedom one? What do you mean? Oh, I lost the chat session. Oh, so it says here like parent app. So yeah, apparently you can specify parents app which I would say would probably mean that this is like free DLC kind of thing. It's weird. You can connect apps together. Well, you probably can connect apps together so they can share depots, which is what's happening here. But then I'm not entirely sure about the... yeah, see, like this thing as a DLC. So it's the same depots, but then it has a DLC. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, like full game unlock. So this is probably like the difference, you know. So by purchasing the game, you get the full game unlock. And if you only play the other one, then you don't. Like, there's two packages. And this one is just like the game. But doesn't have that unlock key. It's weird. Like demos and playtests, their parent app is the full game, so you can also connect other apps in the same way. Maybe that DLC is what they tried before making separate friends pass. Maybe. Can I actually search for that DLC? It's this app ID, but this doesn't have anything here. Does it appear on Steam? No. So this is not even like public. Yeah. So I would say that probably this thing was never used. Must own app to purchase. Yeah, it's weird. It is weird. It takes 2 key to full game unlock 1.9 years ago. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Elgardia, you have experience with multiplayer games. How do I make a multiplayer game on Unity? I guess that today I'm just gonna be like reading Unity. Fuck that. Yeah. Well, I kind of need to finish the board game one. This one. And it needs to be multiplayer. But I think the plan is that this will be sold on Steam. I don't know. But maybe not for now. Maybe for now I can just like host directly on the computer. The multiplayer center provides a starting point. To use the multiplayer center, open the Unity multiplayer center window. Window multiplayer center. Window multiplayer center. Good job. Oh. So I just do this. Genre. Turn-based. Number of players, 4. Holy fuck. Whew. What the hell is this? What's this? Gameplay pace. Slow. Cheating. not so important. Netcode architecture. Client hosted. Deterministic lockstep. Massively multiplayer online titles. No netcode. Netcode frameworks are usually meant to support interactive multiplayer gameplay. If the multiplayer experience relies on asynchronous social features or waits for someone's turn, there's often no netcode available involved. Netcode for game objects. Yeah, this is what you were saying. I mean, I don't want this to be purely how do I say this? Like purely no netcode where I do my action and then the other player does its action like one at a time. I was thinking that when, for example, like throwing the dice, like I would be able to see like each other like shaking their own stuff, you know. So maybe this. For 4-player games, so it's preferred if cheating prevention is not so important, can be used for slow-paced games. Voice text chat. Holy. Hosting model. Okay, so distributed authority just probably means that all 4 players need to agree on what is happening. I mean, yeah, I probably want to do client hosted. Like, what is the difference between a client hosted? I mean, this one doesn't have the multiplayer services. I mean, okay, let's do this. Install packages. Well, TS Just was speaking the truth. You just search for multiplayer and then you click install. So maybe the maybe the thing is done now. Good job. Good job. Yeah, there. I'm reading your URL. Just. Yeah, I kind of want to work like implement like multiplayer from scratch for something, you know, because at Chaotic there was some sort of implementation that I had no control over, but it was janky as fuck. So I kind of just want to. Dwarven makes his own custom engine when? I already have a custom engine, bro. I'm just not sure of the legalities of showing it on stream, you know. Kind of don't want to get sued, Pix. Bro, I'm talking chaotic. You know, sued. Yeah. It's not my IP, so I can't really work on it. Well, I can work on it. I probably cannot like sell it. Then it's not your own engine. Well, half of the code on it is mine. The part of the code that works is mine. Definitely you can't. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know, because I mean the company doesn't exist anymore. So who's gonna come after me? I don't know. It's tough. Like it's. I would like to. I haven't seen Filler in a long time. What happened to him? Probably being a damp ass elsewhere. Um, it's something that I would like to do. I would like to have at least one streaming day where I would go and show the code and show everything that we worked on, because there's pretty cool like bits on it. You know, there's some pretty cool stuff on there that don't exist anywhere else. But I don't know if I can. That's the sad part. Okay, I clicked install. Now it's asking me to install it again. Ensure compatibility with your current multiplayer packages. I don't know, bro. Okay, so now it went to quick start. GG. Vibe coders get more than yes. But more doesn't mean better, you know. We need new quotes. Well, then I need to start spewing more weird shit, you know. Until they hit the ChatGPT limits, yeah. Start your multiplayer game with netcode for game objects, which take care of all level protocols, networking tasks for you. To get started, in the network manager in the player prefab. See it in action in your sample setup. Bite-sized samples. What's this? Netcode for game objects, bite-sized samples. I used 58% of the weekly limit in one day. Yeah. The only time that I've hit the limit... The only time that I've hit the limit was when using that... what was it called? Like there was some point in time where someone was advocating for the always online talk through Telegram or WhatsApp thing. It was like open crab. No, what's it called? Open claw. Yeah. I tried to use this shit. It was like fucking terrible. And then it used all of my tokens, and I was like, nah. Okay, so there's something here. Collection of smaller bite-sized samples to educate in isolation features of netcode for game objects and related technologies. Go. Check it out to learn more. What the fuck is this? Other samples. Boss room. Whoa. Oh, these look cute. I like these. Damn. I miss the pre-LLM times, where people actually wrote all of this nonsense with their own hands, you know? Ay. Okay, so I have this quick start. I mean, I have a bunch of stuff that I need to do. But, so I have the netcode for game objects. Then multiplayer play mode, test iterate on your game locally, create a virtual player. Ownership, network conditions. Okay, then we have connecting players. The multiplayer session building block helps you integrate Unity's multiplayer sessions into your project to connect players. The building block can serve as a starting point for your multiplayer projects or a quick integration of sessions through development. What's this? Oh, it's like a lobby manager. Damn, it looks like crap. I mean, it's free, so we can't complain. Vivox set up voice and text chat services that players can use to communicate with each other in real time. Multiplayer services. The multiplayer services package simplifies multiplayer game development by extracting the relay, lobby, matchmaker services into the concept of sessions. A session represents a group of players connected for a set period. Create a session programmatically or with the multiplayer widgets and monitor in the session viewer. Good. Then hosting. Distributed authority. In a distributed authority topology, game clients share responsibility for owning and tracking the state of objects in the network. It solves the visual and input related issues while keeping costs relatively low. To visualize and debug, use the multiplayer tools, blah, blah, blah. See it in action with our sample setup. Okay, so I think we need to go with these sample setup things first. Okay, Womp. Create and open a scene. Virtual players. Yeah, I want 4 players. Activating. Whoa. What's happening? It's whoa. So it's opening 4 unities. Holy. Damn, my PC is like... I don't know why. It's like making a ton of noise, but it's barely doing anything. Okay, bro. But, I mean, if I close this... Oh. Okay, I'm confused. So do I start play here? The current scene was not found in scenes in build, and the network manager instance was found with scene management enabled. Clients will not be able to synchronize to this scene unless it's added into scenes build list. Would you like to add it now? Yes. The fuck? It doesn't close. Okay, it did close. GG. Okay, so I go to window, multiplayer tools. Then what? Network scene visualization? No. Runtime network stats monitor. What the fuck is this? Add to scene. Add to scene. Network profiler open. I'm just clicking like a bunch of stuff. Enable. Installed packages. Okay. Window. Multiplayer play mode. Oh. Okay. Oh, it opened this again. Okay, so if I click play here, will this open 3 more windows? Yes. Okay, so does this mean then that I can player 2, player 3, maybe player 4 or something? The hell, bro? Can I subdivide this part into 3? No. Okay, so do I need maybe to do this? So it's 1, 2. It's gonna be 3 and 4. So I need to do it like this. So I have 4 players. And then I have this fucking menu that I can't close ever. Same for this one. Like I cannot like minimize this either. Which is freaking weird. Because this menu belongs to this window there, so the hell. Okay. Okay, I have these like runtime stats stuff that I kinda want to get rid of. Losing your project and service section. What's this? Oh, so will I need to create a new project ID? Oh. Okay, so I'll need to create a new organization. Fuck. How do I do that? Do I open the Unity Hub and then go probably there. Oh. Okay, so I need to do this with the other account. Hold on. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. So I apologize in advance to all our 11 viewers. Okay, GG. So I will need to create a new organization, probably called like Dwarven Checkers, I guess. So like one organization for this game, I would say. Okay. Pretty cool stuff. Oh. This needs to be a cloud project. Okay, project was linked successfully. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so if I close this now and I play the game here. Okay, good. Then press play. You may start a host or client with the buttons on the right. Okay, so if this is a host, start host. Then start client. Oh, it's there. The fuck? So like this is not syncing directly until I like click this window. somehow. Which is weird. What happens if I do start host? Host is shutting down. Yeah, obviously, because... Okay, now I crashed something. This is all super janky, bro. Someone I work with was eating their limit in 1 hour, and it turned out they thought their code was making an API call to do a thing, but it was actually maintaining 2000 lines of JavaScript regular expressions. Hold on. Someone I work with was eating their limit in 1 hour, and it turned out they thought their code was making an API call to do a thing, but it was actually maintaining 2000 lines of JavaScript regular expressions. Oh. Oof. Yeah. Hello, Simonot. Good morning. So, was it faster than yours? I mean, if it ran locally, maybe. Okay, start client. Instant. And I immediately thought that can be calling an API. Yeah, but was it supposed to call an API? Good morning, Lit Geek. You are late. You are 1 hour late, bro. What happened? Did you fall asleep or something? It was meant to use AI to parse a complex piece of text. I've been here since start. Lies. Just forgot to say hi. Okay, if you say so. We'll trust you. Okay, so apparently now we have multiplayer, whatever this weird demo is. You know, whatever this demo does. But how do I actually use this, you know? Bro. What we're doing? Yeah, we are trying to learn how to use multiplayer, essentially. So these are like tags for some reason. Whoa. But I'm not convinced at all on what the fuck is happening. So I already installed all of the packages, and then it created like a simple scene. Then it also has like these weird assets here. Multiplayer session, which I guess I can like install for free. Bruh. Okay, so I need to do it on the other thing. Add to my assets. Yes. As it's been added, accept. Added. Open in Unity. Link. Download. Import to project. Whoa. Okay, whoever did this shit, they were working out of a Mac. Like, why would you do this to your life? Literally add a 1 hour call and pointed out it was using JavaScript and not the API. You'd have known if you were here from the start. Yeah, true. I was in the middle of watching a vid on Hermes setup, so I also had this muted, lol. Is he peer-to-peer or dedicated host? I don't know. I'm just clicking buttons and hoping that something happens. No, I think this is going to be like a distributed authority, meaning that everything will try to keep everyone else in sync somehow. I don't know exactly how this works, but it's fine. Current scene was not found. Yes, add it. Connect to a session by providing a session player name. The hell? No. Hello. Thanks. Connect. Oh, GG. To move the cube, WASD. Spawn a sphere, space. Oh. Look at this. To demonstrate how user ownership of the sphere changes, connect and disconnect other uses from the session. Okay, bro, hold on. Now I need to close all of these again. This is like junky as fuck, bro. Janky as hell. Okay, so player one, hello and thanks. This is my session. And we will connect to it, hopefully. GG. And we can spawn like a sphere here, which is pretty cool. And then we have like player 2, which you can also go hello and thanks. Thanks to, I guess. Oh, look at this beautiful nonsense. I mean, but this is kind of shitty, you know? Like, the spheres should match. Like, what's the point of calling this multiplayer if the spheres don't match? I don't know what this is doing. This looks really weird. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then disconnect. Oh, and when you disconnect, another guy starts owning them. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, so we have all of this. The question is still, how do I make this work? That must be the peer-to-peer scenario then, yeah. It's similar to what we have in the Unreal Engine game. When in reality you have like one host that owns everything, but if the host disconnects, everything gets like transferred to someone else. And that allows people to enter and exit the game. So even if the host leaves, it doesn't kill the game to everyone else. But I mean, I don't know how to use this. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing now. You know? So there's this DA example, which I guess is the distributed authority, which is what we were seeing. Yeah, apparently. And then we have the NGO, which is the network game objects, which is kind of similar but different. That means every client must have the full state though. Yes. Okay, so here I can move like freely. But I mean, this just syncs game objects. But how am I gonna do? How am I gonna have this like sync with game state and stuff? Blocks. Multiplayer session scenes. Join my browsing. This is weird. UI. Oh, so this is just like the UI stuff. Okay, and this has like different examples. So like join by browsing, join by code, quick join. Okay. What I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so I have this. So I installed a bunch of stuff and they still haven't taught me how to like manage state. So I wonder if I'll need like these bite-sized samples, you know, and see what the hell they do here. So there's the social hub, which is something. Interact and collaborate in a simulated world. Oh, little piggies. Nice. Multiplayer use case sample shows how to perform common actions in a multiplayer environment so that you can build the features of your game with them in mind. In this sample, you'll learn about the core features of netcode for game objects through practical examples that you'll be able to extend and adapt with the gameplay logic of your own game. Each scene comes with an in-editor tutorial that will help you explore the main script and object of each scene, so you know where to look to find what you're looking for. Client-driven sample. What's this? Client-driven sample is a sample project made with netcode for game objects designed to demonstrate responsive third-person was the character movement. Okay, I would say that I'll probably want the multiplayer use cases overview. Okay, so I'll need to download all of this nonsense. Ba-da-da-da. Okay, download. I wonder how large this is. Does anyone know why GitHub doesn't tell you how long is the assets that you download? Feels kind of weird. Why wouldn't they provide that? Are like streaming stuff dynamically? Probably. Building the file on the fly? Yeah. Well, at the same time, I'm pretty sure they know like the size of the repo, so why can't they just inform that? You know? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Code. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, now this is extracting. Zip file isn't the same size as the individual files combined. It is if you are they are probably not compressing it, you know? They're probably zipping it just in place, just so you can send it as a folder. So I don't think they have any compression whatsoever. I might be wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. But yeah, it's still weird. Oh. Resources, basic. Okay, so I now need to open this project. Add project. Project from disk. This. Open. Nah. Yes. It's gonna work, bro. Trust. Your project was saved with an unknown. Yes. Please upgrade. Thank you. Should I be seeing something? Did I select the wrong folder? Basic, deprecated. Oh, so each one of these is its own thing. Oh. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. But hold on, shouldn't that work? I mean, if this is the root folder, all of this should be, oh, probably all of this needs to be inside assets or something. Ah, I see. Yeah, so maybe if I put all of this inside assets, maybe it's gonna work. Okay, hold on. We go again. Extract all. Yes. Off it goes. Okay, so I do this so it's way more tidy. Okay, and in theory, well, I don't know how good this is gonna work. No, it's probably not gonna work the way I think it is. Hold on. Okay, so Unity, remove, add. Multiplayer use cases. Yes. Missing version, security alert. Whoa. Open. We detected a change in auto graphics API default setting compared to the previous Unity version. It's whatever, bro. Okay. And we need to wait for this to open. It's like installing packages apparently. Getting my Steam controller today? Hell yeah, that deserves your own confetti. That's pretty cool. Congrats. Hell yeah. You should make a variant of your game where you need to press like buttons in sequence, you know? That would be pretty cool. So instead of being like a keyboard typist, it would be like a gamepad, like clicking, like a Guitar Hero. Yeah, almost. But why not, you know? Why not? The materials, blah blah blah. Unity will import all, please. Is Valve on vacation or something? Why would you say that? What happened? I applied to be in an upcoming fest a week ago. They haven't looked at it. Oh. Maybe they don't like you. Oof. Oof. There are JavaScript errors on the community site, so you can't reply award posts. Ay ay ay. Yeah. I don't know. I've never used Steam for applying to games. So I couldn't help, unfortunately. Welcome to the multiplayer use cases sample. The sample project provides a series of scenes. Each scene aims at explaining a specific API or system commonly used in netcode for game objects. In this sample, you will learn more about client-server communication, state synchronization, and other typical mechanisms of multiplayer games. Start. Okay, off we go. Introduction. In this tutorial, you'll learn more about how data can be synchronized over the network using network variables and RPCs. Start. Okay, start the game, play. My color is changed through a network variable, so it will be synchronized when a new client joins. My color is changed through an RPC, so it won't be synchronized when a new client joins. Okay, so our first take is don't use RPCs because RPCs suck. Good job. See, we already learned something. 32 GB RAM isn't enough nowadays. Database container keeps crashing when I run integration tests. Well, buy more RAM then. It's cheap nowadays, you know. Better buy it now before the price increases even more. To test our network functionalities, you need to start the game either as a server, a client, or a host. You can select the network mode to use by pressing one of the buttons at the top right. To test the game without making a client build, select the host mode. Whoops. I already messed this up. Disconnect. Host. Good job. Follow the instructions in the game's UI to navigate the scene. Exit play mode. Good job. The two cubes in the scene are the colored cubes in the hierarchy. Colored cube with netvar and the other one. I see. This blue is kind of like very dark. You can barely see what the hell is happening here. Just buy more RAM. Yep. The color manager script manages the color of the cube. The color is managed by a network variable. Press next to continue. Can I open the script? Will you let me open the script? Oh. Trust and open, yes. Yeah, bro. You guys are like fucking stupid. Download moreram.com? Bro, what do you mean? Like, just go here. See how much you want, you know? Download like another 32 gigabytes. Like, it's freaking easy. See, RAM installed successfully. And if I now show you, I had 0 at the start. And now I have 32. Somewhere. 32. I had 0, you know? So it worked. So you just need to do the same thing as well. Yeah, I remember when this site was the old school one. Do you support DDR7? Cool. Okay, exclude folders. Okay, I kinda don't want this. Like, fuck you, bro. Okay, so this is the script. So there's this use network variable for color, where we use, oh, it's literally something called a network variable. Oh, I see. And then instead of a mono behavior, this derives from network behavior. And then we have an on network spawn, where we can see if you are the client or not, and if you're using the variable. In this case, you need to manually load initial colors to catch up with the state of the network variable. This is particularly useful when reconnecting or joining a session. Okay, we'll get there. But yeah, a network variable. Next, select the colored cube, the regular one. Well, it's same thing, but with the thing set to false. So it's the same script, but because use network variable for color is set to false, I don't exactly know how that thing gets updated. Oh, it causes RPC stuff. Client notify. Nah, fuck this shit. I don't want the RPC. The color manager script manages the color of the cube. You can understand more about the syntax of RPCs and network variables by having a look at it. Witness the difference. Wah. Now that you know what the difference between network variables and RPCs is in theory, you should test it in practice. You can do so by creating a virtual player or a build of this project and run it as a host. Be sure to change the color of the objects before connecting another client. Once you've changed the color of the objects, enter play mode and connect to your player build as a client from the editor. The fuck? So the price is coming down. GG. Okay, virtual player. No, bro. Virtual player. Multiplayer. Play mode. Virtual player. Save. Okay, so let's see how these would work. So it's activating this one. It's active. So now I click play. Okay, this is gonna be the host. And I can change the colors like this. Okay, pretty cool. Now I'll have a second player, which I'm gonna connect now. Client. And only the one on the right side changed because it's a network variable, so it's always kept in sync. RPCs needs to be called at least once manually, so it triggers, but then it behaves properly. But just the first launch is kind of weird. So if I do disconnect and then if I do disconnect and I change this, and then I connect again, it only updates the one on the right. Okay. So yeah, RPCs suck. GG. Okay, quit scene. Whoa. Pretty cool. Okay, so we learned about network variables. Okay, hold on, I'm confused. So I can do a quick quit scene here. Oh no, like this has support for all of the scenes at once. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so I can do a network variables only. My health and username are managed by single network variable. Oh, because you are probably passing like an entire class or something. I know, I was just kidding. My color is changed through a network variable, so it will be synchronized when a new client joins. My health is also... Okay. Press one of the buttons to start the game. Host. Okay, pretty cool. So if I go here, and then I connect, they are kept in sync. Like, this is the server as well. Okay, so this is a little bit more like it. Okay, so I can disconnect, quit. Now we go to RPCs. Host. And client. Well, it's not this one, is it? I need to go on this one here. Client. Are you... Yeah. Yeah, RPCs are good for like one-shot events. I would agree, like sending messages. Or whenever you throw something, or you whenever you make a purchase, you would say, yeah, I made a purchase of X for Y amount of money. Today I feel like, wow, you're awesome. Disconnect. Oh, so now they are like saying the same thing over and over again. So it seems like they are bouncing the messages. Today I feel like, are you blah 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 blah. Whoa, you're awesome. Today I feel like, okay, they are not. They are not in sync. Yeah, it's all random. Never mind. Okay, but let's try and figure out how would these work. Okay, so I'll stop this. Oh, but it's not this scene, is it? It's probably this one. Yeah, it's this in here. Okay, so on this scene I have the cube there, which is this guy. So it is like a network object. So I would say that everything that needs to be synced needs to be a network object. And then it also has a speech bubble, which is just a regular script. Okay. Then we have this network manager, which is, I don't really know, but you can just like configure the amount of data that you can send across. Canvas for the UI. And then we have the character, which is this guy on the right, which has that script there. Okay, so the cube has a color manager script, which is, I believe it's the same script as before, where they have like a network variable for the color, and so here they get the material for it. And then there's, okay, then I will use if is server, if is client to do different stuff. Okay, so this is a if is client, then return. So the client doesn't update its own color, only the server does. And the server is counting m seconds between color changes. And then it calls on server change color, which propagates this networked color. Networked color value. Okay, and the client called on attached to the on-value change of that networked caller, where it calls on client caller changed, which essentially grabs the new caller and sets it onto the material. Okay. Okay, this is not that difficult then. Okay, and then we have the character manager. Okay, which has some syncable custom data. Yeah, because in this case it's like serializing everything. So it's serializing the health and the username and the caller and all of that. So this is the class that gets serialized into that network variable. So it's a syncable custom data. Where do you have it though? On client custom data changed, m synced custom data, but I don't see it here. Oh, it's here. So I create a new variable of that type of data. Okay, and then it has a dot value. Okay, and then the server changes the data. Okay, so the server just calls syncable custom data with new types, new data inside. And then it sets it to msynced custom data dot value. Okay, and then the client will get on client custom data changed. On client custom data change, which then updates the health and the username. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to understand how this thing works. Okay, so these are the network variables, and then I have the RPCs. Then I have the RPCs. The RPCs are just the chat mode. Okay, so it has a player spawn manager. Okay. Which again is network behavior because it needs to sync. Network manager dot connection approval callback. I don't know what this is. But you can use this method in your project to customize one of more aspects of the player. Start position character. Response dot. What the hell? I'm confused. Okay, so the spawn manager what? Okay, what type is this? Like this connection approval response. Oh, it's probably coming from the network manager. No, but the network manager is a Unity type. It's not mine, I guess. Canvas, network UI, game UI, event system, environment. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, so this has this player prefab. How is this player prefab attached here? Because this doesn't make reference to any player spawn manager. Oh, it's here. Default player prefab on the network manager. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this guy just says, okay, you can spawn a player. The player will be of type that player there. Okay, but none of this is RPC. So the RPC part is whenever a player spawns, it will every n seconds spew some hot take on something. I mean, these are very safe for work. Where the fuck are the other ones? If his owner. Okay, so we'll have his server, his client, his owner. Okay, so the if his owner probably means that I was the one responsible for spawning that game object, maybe? You don't want to send mood messages from other players, you only want to receive them. Simonot, your music is playing. Okay, so how does this work? Okay, so every n seconds, we send an RPC. Server mood message received. What? Server mood message received. I thought we would be sending it. Send to server. Oh, you can filter bad words, I see. Client mood message, okay. So I call this server mood message received RPC, meaning that I'm actually sending from the client to the server, and then the server will send it to everyone else. Send to clients and host. Yeah. Okay, so this is only to the server, this is to everyone. And this creates a speech bubble, where it essentially just writes the message there. Okay. Okay, so for RPCs, I need to call like RPC sent to like a label, whatever this is called. So send to server, send to clients and host. Okay, so these are good for like one-shot stuff. These are good for one-shot stuff. Okay, cool stuff. Okay, next one. Oh, I'm on the wrong... I'm on the wrong thing. Oh, I can do quit scene. Hold on. Quit scene. Okay, and then there's this one, like the proximity checks. Client. Host. Press E while you are in my range to change my color. Oh. Okay, so only the ones that are inside can change. Pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm controlling this guy here. So while I'm inside, it changes the color. If I walk out, then it doesn't change. Now I'm on the left side, the other guy. Okay, pretty cool. See, like, these demos are cool. Like, they are very simple, but they're pretty sweet. Okay. Let's try and figure out how these would work. So we go on the network manager. We have this player prefab, which is probably going to be like that. That guy. Yeah. Okay. Oh, how do I go back? Here. And we have this colored cube, which has a box collider. Doesn't have anything else. Oh, it also has a radius indicator. I see. So this has the box collider and it's a network object. Then we have the mesh. Oh, this is only the collider. Then we have the mesh, which is the thing that we are gonna change, which has the color manager. And then it has the proximity checker based on the radius indicator. So I would say that if I change this number, it will like change that thing there. So if I do this, now it's like way smaller. Oh, but it didn't. It didn't sync the activation radius somehow. Oh, it's because I didn't save the scene. I see. I mean, sure. Okay, so this guy can change it there. But this guy can only change it there. No, I can't even go there. Okay. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, the cube mesh has this color manager. This color manager has a network variable for color, and then an input action, which is the interact one. Oh, proximity checker, add listener. On client, local player proximity status changed. Local player is now close or far. You see. So I'm logging this up, hopefully. Far. Far, close. Far, close. Okay. Okay, and I have the interact action there. Okay, if interact action was pressed this frame, then the client will request a color change, which is gonna send a message to the server requesting a change color, which is gonna calculate the random color to the server on this thing. Okay. Okay, so now I'm confused. Because this is sending a message to the server, so the server changes a network caller. Why do I always need to send it to the server? If this is a network variable, couldn't I just like change this without the RPC? I actually don't think I need this. Do I? Okay, which script is this? Color manager. Okay, let's figure it out. Do I actually need this? Because I mean, when I create this networked color, then anyone can use it or modify it. So I really don't know why this would be needed. But maybe it is required then. I don't know what I'm talking about. Which is totally possible. Okay, so host and client. Okay, so if I go here, see, like, I didn't need that. Oh, but this guy cannot do that for some reason. Okay, so the server can change the network variable. Because this is a, like, server plus client. But this one cannot. Okay. Is that so? Then I'll still need to have RPCs no matter what. Like, these guys can change and this guy can change. Okay, hold on. No, let me check the network variables. One only. Which is this. So there's a host and a client. Yeah, but this guy doesn't change anything. Only this guy is changing it. So I have my colored cube with this color manager. And every n seconds, every n seconds the server is changing the network color. Like if the client tries to change the network color, then nothing works. Okay, so only server is allowed to change the value of network variables. Oh, by default, which means that we can change this to the network variables constructor. Oh. Okay. Okay, I think we kind of have what we need. Do we? I mean, maybe. Okay. Now let's try our turn at this. Well, I probably need to open both because it's still too much to remember myself. Okay, so these Dwarven checkers. Okay. What happened? Or are you just trying to make a emoji train? Okay, how do I do this? Okay, so apparently all of this nonsense will need to have like a network manager. Yeah. Failed to pull credentials from the Unity dashboard. Ensure you are online on the associated project as Vivoct enabled. Oh. How do I visit the dashboard for the project? Manage services. I don't know. Okay, so how do we start? Okay, I think we'll need the network manager, which will also have a Unity transport. Um, but what happens if you have like different scenes? Like, will I have a base scene which will be like my network stuff? And then I load additively? Maybe. Okay, in any case, network manager. Okay. Okay, probably I need to move myself to the center now. Okay, so I have a network manager here. Good job. Now I need to add a component called network manager. There's so much stuff, bro. Log level developer. Network settings, topology. Oh. I don't know, bro. I think I'll also need to create like a network transport. Oh no, it's a Unity transport. Oh, I see. So I'll also call it Unity transport. Okay, tick rate 30. I mean, I don't think I want to change any of these for now. Okay, and then Unity transport has like all of the default values, which is fine. Okay, GG. This part here is done. Once set, Network Manager will automatically create and spawn the assigned player prefab. This can be overridden by adding it to the network prefabs list and selecting override. I don't know what you mean. I'll do client server for now. Okay, so on this case, I don't actually need to spawn anything. But I think I will kinda need to, you know? I'll kinda need to. Like, so for example, how do I attribute a color or a player index to a random player that joins? I mean, in reality, I probably want to have the. Let me think. I probably first want to have some sort of lobby, and only then. Yeah, so I want to have a lobby where 4 players connect, and only when I start the lobby I calculate the colors. Maybe. So maybe I'll need to have like one of these, like reuse one of these. A quick join, awaiting session information. But I mean, no one created one. Oh, and it's trying to join. Maybe, yeah, I don't know what I'll do. Do I do a join by browsing or join by code? Okay, and this is the code. I see. Quick join. Okay, and if this is the first session, then it creates one. Okay, I'll probably do this with only 2 players first. Because if not, this is gonna become way too much, way too quickly. Okay, let's see. Server is null or empty. The fuck? Okay, so we have 2 false in here. Oops. Okay, so this guy clicked quick join, but okay, talkative retire dot number 3. And then if I do quick join here, hopefully it's gonna connect to that one. Yeah. Okay, pretty cool. So I just need to figure out what the hell I want to do. There's also the join by browsing, which might make sense. So I'll create a session here called Hola1. And I can join a session that way. I mean, right now it doesn't really matter. So I think I will go with the quick join. Quick join debug. What's the difference? Quick join, awaiting session information. I mean, it's just logging what's there. Oh. Then I do quick join there. And now this has 2 player data. Player 1, player 2. Session ID and stuff. Okay. I mean, I think I want to do this quick join. For now. Can I... Okay, how do I control this? Source asset, it's this one. 2 out of 4. I mean, this appears to only be simple stuff. Like it doesn't actually appears to be like the I don't know what I'm saying. Automatically joins the first available session. Perfect for quickly joining an existing session when matching with specific rules doesn't matter. Okay, and then this has the UI stuff. Okay, but what I was trying to say, sometimes it's difficult to like put my thoughts into words, but I can't figure out where they like manage the number of players. You know, so for example, now I do quick join there. No session joined, and then it transitions to 1 out of 4. Where is this 1 out of 4 defined in? Like what happens if I only want 2 players, you know? That's what I'm trying to figure out now. So this is just UI stuff. Session settings. Copy session, lift session, player. So these are like the individual. No, I mean, this is the code. Oof. Unity services with name. OMG Thunder. Help. Are you afraid of Thunder? Thunder is pretty cool. Unity services with name. So this is just a regular prefab. Okay, so this has a services initialization, player authentication. No, unless you try to overhead. Well, then it's cool. Then you don't need to call for help. I'm afraid of electronics frying. I don't think I have ever had anything fry because of a power surge. I've been thinking of running Ethernet to other buildings, but might need to run fiber instead. Running Ethernet to other buildings, but might need to run fiber. I mean, fiber is more future-proof, I would say. Like, Ethernet will always be limited to the current bandwidth that is available with. Currently it's 10 gigabits. And fiber is, in theory, like infinite. Okay, where are these things defined? Like, I can't find this. Okay, so here, this is a package, which meant that I downloaded it. Okay, but I mean, that's fine. Oh, settings. Max players 2. Okay, so what happens if I do 2 players? Okay, so I do a quick join here. One out of two. Then I do here. 2 out of 2. Now what? What did this give me? Events. I don't know what this can help me with, because this doesn't even use the network update thing. So expensive though. I need to pay someone to terminate the wires. My plan was to run a wire between buildings, like a tight wire with a loop at each end, not an electrical one. Run a wire between buildings. Then string the fiber across that. The tight wire was just to stop it sagging and flapping around in the breeze. Create network. What's this? Create network session. I don't know what any of this is doing, bro. Like, I want the ability to join on a quick session, obviously. But I also want, like, how do I tie this together with the other network stuff? You know, like this stuff here, where they have like a network manager and all. So I would say the network manager is just for sending data from client to server and servers to client. So I would say that this probably doesn't handle the connection handles, which is what this is doing right here. But bro, this is freaking difficult to figure out. Character manager. Does anyone know how the hell these are supposed to like tie together? Because I don't have any idea. Okay, let me see what you guys are talking. 20,000 times the amount of work to dig anything. You know what? When they run fiber, they attach it to some object and blow it through the underground pipes. Oh. Moose migration used to run the fiber and power across the river. A nice flowy came along and violently snapped them. GG. In my case, the ground is these little kinder bricks, so it's impossible to remove without ruining the layout. And also impossible to get into the ground in the first place. All the networking gear is in the roof space. I also need to run power at the same time, so 2 cables with 1 stone. You doing kind of external office or something? Yep. Nope, just need stuff everywhere. TS Just is gonna start IRL streaming, so he needs internet everywhere. True. Yep. Yep. What the fuck is this? Samples, multiplayer use cases, netvar. Okay, I don't know how to tie this together. So on this end, we have the quick join stuff, which I don't know what they do. Create network session. If true, a network session will be created when creating or joining a session. The multiplayer service will try to connect using the network manager. Well, I think this is what I want. Okay, so this is so difficult. Okay, so I have this create network session here. Add create network options. With distributed authority. Whatever this means, bro. With relay network. CCTVs, lights, access points, power tools, whatnot. Pretty cool stuff. I would like to have a barn, but I don't have space. Sad. Okay, so like this creates these options. And then this returns these options. So who calls this? This guy. This guy calls a matchmaking session and gets options here. Multiplayer service. Okay, what happens if I do this? Okay, what happens differently if I have a create network session? Make one. I still have like the entire basement to fix. Oh, it didn't connect. The fuck? The basement is freaking giant. It's gonna cost a ton of money. And I'm unemployed, so GG. Session operation failed. Cannot start when singleton is not set. What does this mean? Cannot start when singleton is not set. Network manager or singleton. Oh. Why don't you like the other music, bro? You guys keep like skipping the best songs I have. It's very sad. Why didn't it skip? It skipped. Okay, so I need to create something called network manager, I guess. And I'll need to create like a transport. And I mean, will this work? Volume has crept up again, by the way. It hasn't crept up again. You are lying. We already discussed this. Like every song has a different volume level. It's on the same value as before, like minus 12.5. Okay, will this work now? Please. We're here for game dev, not music. Yeah. Okay, let's see if this works now. I mean, the music is... We already had this conversation multiple times. The music is low enough so that you should be able to put your music on top of it. The reason why sometimes the music is too loud is because I'm using a YouTube playlist and the videos have different volumes. Or have been uploaded with different volume levels. So the only solution... Yeah, the only solution would be if I downloaded all of the videos as MP3, then I would need to normalize all of them. Well, no, because I want to hear music as well. And I can't use the virtual cables. Okay. Bye-bye, I guess. Okay, so apparently now this is using the network manager, which is a little bit better. So if I do this now, so this should be the host, right? Because it was the first one that created the session. And then this should be a client. Hopefully. Hopefully. Okay, now what? Like, I don't know. Like, I've never played with multiplayer. I don't know what to do next. It's freaking weird. It's freaking weird. Okay, so this guy here. So the guy that creates the session gets host. The guy that joins is like a regular client, I would say. But now, how would I go? So how would I now transition to a different scene, you know? And if I do that, do I need to keep the network manager alive? Or what? Like currently I have this network manager here. So maybe I don't. Maybe it just works. I mean, when I played the game, the network manager Oh, goes to don't destroy on load. Okay, so this means that this will probably be like kept alive, even if I were to transition to a different scene. Maybe, hopefully. Okay, so maybe I'll call this like a lobby manager or something. And okay, how do I do this? So there's like common stuff, then prefabs stuff, then runtime stuff. This is just like the themes. Then some weird settings. Then more themes. Then I have common session with prefabs, which is these again. Then runtime, which is just the model viewers. Copy session code. So they have an element, the element and the view model. It's freaking weird. Making games is hard as balls. Okay, so these are the individual elements. Player view, player name, session info, session name. Okay. So I'm gonna need to add somehow like start game button. You know, which should only become available whenever the lobby is full. So how would I go about that? How would I go about that? Blocks runtime theme. No. I don't understand, bro. Like, if only this thing had like a tutorial or something. I mean, it has a readme here. Okay, let's read this. How to utilize the multiplayer session building blocks. Cloud project connection. Make sure your Unity project is connected to a cloud project before use. File project setting services. File. There's no project settings here. It's on edit again. And then services. Select an organization. Yeah. It's all linked. Good job. Scene overview. So I have join by browsing. Let users log in and browse available sessions to join. Join by code. Inviting players. Quick join. Perfect for quickly joining any existing session. Yeah, I want to quick join for now. I don't care about codes. Although it probably won't matter that much in the end of this, but quick join is the easier one to like debug. Finding UI elements. The kit contains some pre-made UI for your convenience inside the following folders: Assets, Block, Multiplayer Session UI, and Common Session UI. When creating your own UI, you can find each kit element in the UI Builder editor. Open UI Builder and click on the project category. You can drag the elements from the blocks, blah blah blah. Sessions are being tracked between the blocks visual elements based on the session type value. The UI elements are created through C# scripts utilizing the UXML element attribute. You can find the script in the runtime folder. All UI elements communicate through the session type. Ensure all elements use the session type to work together. In our UXMLs, the session type is set in the session settings scriptable object. Session settings scriptable object. Here. Oh, session type. I see. Okay, so they were saying something about this UI builder having like all of these blocks apparently. Okay, so there are custom controls in C#. Which is this. Okay, then I have the quick join. To avoid the circular dependency, choose a different UXML file. What if I click on no? Okay, then we have the quick join debug, which just has more stuff. Ah, okay, this is adding stuff there. Never mind. So how do I open this one? Open. Discard. Open. I see. I mean, but this is showing a bunch of stuff. I don't want all of this. Okay, so it's probably only this. Okay, I feel like I messed up this already. Beautiful. Beautiful UI. Me. Why UI builder? Okay. Hopefully I fixed it. No player joined, and then I do quick join. And cuddly enlightened lion something. Okay, and then I go on this one, and I do quick join as well. And then talkative retire dot. there, but then it still says no player joined there for some reason. So I guess the no player join shouldn't be there. So I'm gonna remove that one as well. Yes. Okay, good job. Which mode did you settle on? The peer-to-peer like one? I think the peer-to-peer one works automatically. So even if we do the host, like the host and clients, or the peer-to-peer one, like Unity will manage it automatically. So at least I would say that for now, it doesn't matter that much, but I might be completely wrong on that. But currently I think I'm just on a host and a thing. Because the other one is called distributed authority, but I don't want to care about it for now. Because at the same time, the peer-to-peer one only makes sense if you allow players to exit and join again, which is not what we want to do here. Like if a player exits, the game finishes, you know, because the game needs all players to be there. So I don't know. I do not know. Okay, multiplayer, no. UI toolkit, UI builder. Okay, so I have the quick join, and then stuff will happen, and then I have the leave session. But then I will also want to add... Okay, what's this? I will also want to add like a button called like a start game or something. Common session, session info. No session code, copy, not in session. Composites, chat message. Quick join. Join by code, and then custom controls. Yeah, I think I'll need to do like these custom controls here. But I'll need like a, where we have this leave session button, I'll need like a start game button, and only the host, like the one who created the lobby, can start the game. So yeah, I need to figure that out now. Leave session. Okay, so it's all on common session runtime. So I'm gonna create this one, leave session, and I'm gonna call a new one called start game. It's gonna be a start game button, and the start game view model. Instead of this leave session, I'm gonna call this start game. This is gonna say start game. Okay, do I have anything that says leave? No. Okay, so now I go on the view model. I have this leave session here as well. So start game. Leave task. to do. Okay. Okay, I'll need to figure out what to do here. Session removed, deleted. To do. Start the freaking game, bro. No leaks on enter leave play mode. Holy. Okay, so now in theory I should be able to come on this UI builder here. This is the quick join stuff. And then I would say that on the current session, I will want to add a start game button. You know? So, how do I do this now? Because ideally, I only want to show this button to the players that to the host only, and only when the lobby like filled in. So let's try to figure out. So currently I have the start game there, but the start game should only show to the host. So I need to figure out how to like change that visibility in there. Which will probably be okay, so this is the quick join stuff. Join session by quick join, session browser, runtime, quick join. Okay, it's probably gonna be something like this. So this is just the quick join button. Then these are the settings. But then here I have the view model, and this should control everything else. Session observer. Okay. How do I know? Let me think. This is so way too convoluted for my taste. But it's fine. Scenes, quick join. Okay, so I need to go on current quick join UXML. I mean, it's this one. Okay, but then it has a current session. So current session is this one. So here I have the leave session button. And then I added the start game button. Okay, so my question now is, how is this leave session button controlled? Okay, so apparently it's only controlled by its own script. But I mean, it has some enable and disabled things to it. Current session. So it has two buttons. Oh no, this is a... Oh, it has a binding. Oh, I see. Leave session button. Okay, so everything has a binding. Gotcha. Okay, now how do I bind this then? UI builder. Object type. Start game. Leave session. Session type. What's this? Oh, it's this. So this is bound something. Resolution pending. Add binding. Session. Session settings. No, hold on. Deep binding. Okay, so it's just object, session type to target. Session type to target. Add binding. Okay. Okay, but in any case, this leave session button is described here. So I have this session thing here with update bindings, which creates a new view model. Then I have a clicked thing. How do I set its visibility? Well, it's also binding by code. Yeah, this UI stuff is terrible. But in any case, here I have the view model, and I have the can leave session. But how does this thing get enabled or disabled? That's I don't understand. I don't understand. So if I do quick join, now it shows start game as enabled. Bro. I'm about to pull the LLMs again. I'm about to pull the LLMs again. Composites chat message. No, bro. Style sheets, textures, prefabs. Runtime. Prefabs, runtime. Copy session, live session. The thing is, these two files, like live session and live session button, how do they control if the button is visible or not? Like, I really cannot figure that out. Set binding. Data source, dispose, null. I seriously do not understand. Pum, ba-dum, ba-dum, pum, pum. I mean, my expectancy was that like the enable disable would be like bound to something as well, but it isn't. Oh, enabled is bound. Oh, so this is bound to something. So is this. What the fuck? So I'm binding the session type, and then the session type, for some reason, also modifies the enabled. Why? And what's this session type actually? Where is this coming from? Okay, I think I'm pulling the LLMs. GG. Codex. I can't figure this out by myself. Okay, Dwarven checkers, let's go. Okay, hello and thanks. You can't forget those. I'm trying to add multiplayer to this game. I downloaded and Unity asset from the store to manage lobbies and player connections. I want to use the quick join. Quick join scene. What's it called? I want to use the quick join scene. I modified the UI layout to have a new start button. Tudzo LLM, yeah. Dead Beatley, hello, good morning. Welcome to the stream again. Yeah, Beatley is a IRL friend. And he's chatting from Belgium. GG. Yeah, today we are working on the Unity game, and I'm trying to add good morning, sure. Yeah, it's like 2 p.m. there. I'm trying to add multiplayer to this like board game, but before that I need to create like lobbies and stuff, but I'm mostly doing research and I don't have freaking clue of what's going on. So I'm using Codex to see if it can help. Hopefully. Because I don't have like the necessary skills to understand what the hell is going on. I want to use the quick join scene, modify the UI layout. This is a quick join XML, I guess. Hello, IRL friend Dead Beatley. Indeed, indeed. Well, actually, he's mostly a friend of Elgardia, but we met each other on Elgardia's bachelor's party. Oh, and that Beatley, he uses Linux, just. And he has like a bunch of emulators and stuff. He despises Windows, just as you. Yeah. Yeah, Elgardia's bachelor's party. Elgardia is getting married in 3 weeks. Current session. Current session. New XML to have a new start game button. I'm trying to figure out how the enable property is bound to the state of the session, because currently it starts disabled, but it becomes enabled once I press the quick join. What's it called? Create session, enter session, quick join button. Once I press quick join button. Don't modify any code. Go. You wouldn't be able to handle Dudzor's presence. Dudzor's Dudex. He gets that drunk. Nah. Actually, we kind of behaved ourselves. I mean, we are all over 30. So no one got drunk. No one was rude. No one got into a fight. It was pretty chill. Over 30. Okay, boomers. Yeah. Well, you are older than me, so I think that also puts you into that category. No one got drunk is a lie. I mean, yeah, everyone was like very chill, but no one got like stupidly drunk. That's what I mean. Okay, the LLM is working. I'll trace the UI document and quick join session scripts without touching files. The map where enable disable state is being driven. I found the relevant block. Your current session already has a start game button custom element and it is bound only by session type. I'm narrowing it on that element C# now because that's likely where the disable state flips. The pattern is pretty explicit now. Start game.enable self is not bound in UXML directly. The custom C# element binds itself to the can start game. Oh. So do I have like a enabled self here? Oh, so it creates a new binding here. I see. See? Pretty cool. So it uses the same binding that it had. Oh, so it binds can start game to show that thing. Okay, so the can start game should only be valid for the host then. And I also want to hide this. See, like pretty cool. Like I would never be able to find this crap by myself. I mean, I did get presented to the firing squad. Algardi, can I show the picture? Of you like kneeling down with us like menacingly aiming at you? No? Okay. I mean, we're all using masks, so no one is identifiable. Well, you are, but it's fine. I won't show it. Yeah, it was fun. Remind me not to do that for my bachelor party. Am I invited to your bachelor's party? I would like to go. You're all pretty chill dudes. And I need more friends. I was exhausted running around in the forest with paintball guns. I took every shot with honor at least. I complained later to myself alone. Isn't the point of bachelor parties that you don't get to decide or know what you're gonna do? Same basic principle as Algardias, but less exercise. So it's only pool 24/7. And a FIFA competition. Okay, so okay, it's explaining it to me now. I mean, I can probably drop this down from extra high, just so it goes like a little bit quicker. Okay, so it's binding enabled self to that. Okay, thanks broski. Thanks, broski. I want the start game button to only be visible to the host person who created the lobby. Okay, to the person that created the lobby. And it should only become enabled once the lobby is full. Don't modify any code. Tell me what I need to do. Yeah. See, I never use LLMs to code for me. Pool video games and in the Netherlands for reasons. I've went to Amsterdam and damn, there are some pretty what's they called montres to look at. It's like a menu of some sort. And also some tempero, you know, like the bay leaf smell. Yeah. A full day of just idling, chilling while fishing. Oh, fishing would be fun. I never went fishing. I know, that's why I said join the dark side, not those reasons. Window shopping, seasoning, yeah. A lot of seasoning. Yeah, I went to Amsterdam twice, both through work, and yeah, we had a lot of seasoning happening. It was fun. It was really fun. I have a picture of me, IBC, yeah. I have a picture of me leaving IBC, entering the bus that would drive us to the airport directly. And me and Gonja, we partaked into the devil's lettuce. And we have some pictures that we took inside the bus, and those are hilarious. Okay, yep, you'll want to change the logic in the custom button view model pair, not the UXML binding itself. Right now, start game button binds enabled self to can start game. And those were the times, yeah. Okay. That's all I want. A bunch of 34-year-old high off their asses fishing on, on a random lake. I mean, sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool. Okay, what I would do. Should be passing session type, start game button, is already the right place, blah blah blah. Add a second bindable property to start game view model, something like is visible. That makes the button visible only for the current lobby host. Normal lobby flow, that is the person who created the lobby. And then the can start game is host plus lobby full. Good morning, Minister of Defense. How's it going? Oh shit, it's the cops. No. Yeah, today we are working on the Unity game. I'm trying to understand how to create like lobbies and multiplayer and all of that nonsense. I would say that the objective for today is to be able to go from this lobby into the game scene. Yeah, and mean, that's the plan. The thing is that lobbies, in theory, will be able to either be 2 or 4 players. Currently, I'm art coding it to 2 players only, so I can easily test it locally. But also the plan is that I only want the host, so the one who creates the lobby, to start the game, and it should only be able to start the game if the lobby is full. So plus I clicked quick join. It's going to create a new session. Yeah, it created a new session, 1 out of 2 players. But the start game here is already visible. It shouldn't, should be disabled. And then on the second player, if I do quick join, then it joins the session that was just created. But they also have this start game button here, which they shouldn't even be visible because they are not the hosts. Like the host is this cuddly enlightened lion guy. So yeah, I'm trying to fix that first. So if you know how, please let me know. Please let me know. Okay, so they are saying that I will probably need to create like a second bindable or start game model, something like is visible. M session players count, but does M session have all of that stuff? Okay, so it has player left, player leaving, type name, his host. Oh, okay, so they have his host and they have player count. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So if player count equals max players, I always defer to Algardio. Okay, so would I be able to... So this is the start game button here. And it uses... No, so this is the same data binding. You can start game. Okay, do I have the session here? I mean, I only have the session type. How do I get the session? From here, on session added. Okay, I see. Okay, I think I might be able to do this. So can start game. So can start game is only set to true if I'm the host. And then here I can do a is visible. It's on session added. Okay, how do I get the info whenever more players connect? Do I get called here? Like this on session added gets called for like for every player that connects? Maybe. So here I could say that his visible equals msession dot max players equals msession number of players, player count. Elgardis in Pi, best IT guy. Yeah, it even rhymes. GG. I mean, it's actually the opposite, isn't it? So I can only... this is only visible if I'm the host. But I can only start the game if I'm the host and that. Okay, so can start game equals false and oh, M session. Well, on I'm not convinced that this is how it's going to work. Like, this should only get called once for that session. Cleanup session, what does this do? Deleted. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. Okay, so the on session added is going to be this, is visible. Okay, let me read this again. You'll want to change the logic in the custom button view model pair, but not the UXML binding itself. Right now, start game binds enabled self to can start game. And the view model sets can start game to true as soon as any matching session exists. What I would do, so in current session UXML, it's the same. Then I would need to add second bindable property to start game view model, which is what I did, which is visible here. And the visible is only if I'm the host. Does this mean that I can use this? So instead of setting is visible here, maybe I can just like query this directly. Like, this is not settable, but I can do this as a null and is host. Something like this. Maybe. And then the start game, the can start game will always be session null and host and players equals player count. And then I don't need this header there. Okay. Would this work? Okay, and here I would need to do a enabled data binding. And here would be a visible data binding. Data source is visible. And then I'm gonna bind this to... It's not to enabled self, it's to the visibility. How do I do that though? Visible. Okay, maybe we got it. Maybe we got it. Clean up bindings. Gonna be these two twice. And here I'll do this twice as well. I love this. I love like copy paste based programming. It's like GG. Oh. Conflicting disposable. Bro. Okay. Will this work? I mean, if this works, I'm going for lunch. Not sure if it's my boomer eyesight, but I can barely read. I'm not sure if that's like the point of this type of stream. Yeah. The thing is, I have a 4K screen, and the screen is very large. It's like 32 inches. And for me, it reads like really well. But if I make it like way larger, then it's gonna be tougher for me. Because then it's gonna be way too large, you know. I mean, I can probably put it a little bit bigger. Not that much. But thank you for the feedback. Okay, let's see now what the issue is here. Clear. Can start game. Get view hash code. Oh, can start game. Oh, so I probably need to make like a better view hash code then. Okay, how do I do this? So this is like a long number. Visible. But I mean, this get hash code for the booleans will only be 1 or 0. Gonna be null. Oof. Something like this. Good job. Professional streamer. Professional streamer. Okay, let's see if this works. Surely. This is sync method. Okay. Okay, it better work because I'm very hungry right now. Okay, so that thing is hidden, which is the objective, so GG. I'm gonna click on quick join. This is gonna be like player number 1. So whenever it joins, it should like display the start button, but disabled. Fuck. Why didn't this work? Okay, if I now connect this one. The fuck, bro? Why doesn't this one work? Maybe he's not the host for these poor good devs who fix things. Well, yeah. So that probably means I'm gonna spend like the rest of the day here. Like, grumpy as fuck. Okay, why didn't this work? Maybe that guy is not the host. Can start the game. Okay, let's maybe read this. Using is a little safer than. Subscribe to player count and host session changes. On session added, you need to recalculate when these fire. On session added, you need to recalculate when these fire. Okay, I'm not understanding. Okay, show me the code. Don't modify the files yourself. Yeah, these guys like... I'd rather look at code. That's why I'm so skinny. Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, why doesn't this work? Oh, right, because this should have the notify. So the notify will never get called. Start game button, so it has a separate data binding. And then I create a visibility binding. And I put it to what is visible. But I mean, isn't the... Look, hold on, I'm confused. I'm hella confused. Start game. No, this. Okay, how do I expand this? Expand recursively. Expand all. GG. GG. Okay, so here I do the binding. Name of visible. Set binding name of visible. Style.display. But I mean, this visible thing should be what I want, but whatever. In any case, this is bound to .isVisible. So that is cool. And then in update bindings, I do this stuff. Okay. And then in cleanup bindings, I do something. I mean, this should be working. Okay, and then in start game view model, oh, so I need to do this instead. So on session added, I need to this kind of feels like way too much, you know. You also need this namespace in start game button if it's not already there. Okay, so I essentially need to add events whenever everyone joins. Okay, I'm gonna replace this file in its entirety. Surely this is a great idea. Okay, so the only thing that changed is I shouldn't be calling the thing here because I need to call notify, because this is what's gonna like send the data throughout like the UI layers. So yeah, on player count changed, I call refresh state, which is grabs this stuff and calculates it here. On session host changed. Okay, so all of these are good. Okay, and the on session removed. Okay, seems like this is gonna work now. Please do work. I need to eat. I'm feeling like a skinny African kid, you know? I'm so hungry right now. Yeah. At the same time, I shouldn't be making jokes that will get me cancelled. But whatever. Okay, GG. So this is the host guy. It has 1 out of 2 players. It shows leave session. And it has start game. So now if I go here and I quick join the second guy, start game is enabled here. And yeah, this is working. So now this guy should be able to click start game and the game should start. If this guy decides to leave, then it gets shows like this, like it's disabled. If I quick join again, now we are 2 players again. But this guy is the host, so he's the one that can start the game. If I click leave session, this will be only 1 player connected, but this should become the new host. See, like start game appeared here. So now if I quick join here, this guy will join as a regular player. Good job, we did it. We did it. So now I can partake into ingesting kebabs, which is going to be my lunch. I'm going to have a beautiful, incredible, thick, gorgeous, dripping kebab. GG. Well, GJ. Deserved kebab, yeah. The homemade one, so it's not really that great. Okay, I mean, pretty cool. So on the afternoon stream, what am I gonna do? On the afternoon stream, we need to now plug the start game into actually launching the game. And we should like calculate, so like for each connected player, we need to set like a player index to them, and then we'll start from there. And then we'll need to like modify the game just so only the actual player can make an action or something, which I think is going to be pretty cool. So yeah, that's the plan. Okay, let's go for the outro. Everyone, thank you very much for watching the stream, for keeping me company, talking in chat. I don't think we had any new followers today, but that's fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna go for lunch now. I'm gonna be back in around 45 minutes, probably. Good night. Okay, you're leaving for good. Bye-bye. So yeah, I'm gonna have lunch. I'll be here in around 15 minutes. So around 2:30 or 3:30 where you leave now. So yeah, I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in around 1 hour. Bye bye.